All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the International Red Fashion Experience, and today's topic is scared to apologize, or apprehensive to apologize, reluctant to apologize. It all means you don't want to apologize to people because you're scared, or you feel bad, or you're hating, or you're jealous. It's the reasons why you don't apologize when you're wrong. Me and myself, if I'm wrong about something, I'm going to apologize. I was having an experience the other day, and I told this fella, I said, if I did something wrong, I will apologize. Tell me what I did wrong. He couldn't tell me, but he did not apologize for what I told him about what he did that was wrong to me. So it lets me know that he didn't want to apologize for various reasons. He was scared that he's going to be belittled. He was scared he's admitting that he's wrong when he know he does not want to be wrong. Some people don't want to be wrong when they're wrong. They want to always be right. And it's like this. You can't always be right. You have to be man enough to acknowledge the fact that when you are wrong, you're being more of a man. You understand? You're taking criticism. You're taking all these things in the right direction. When you don't acknowledge the fact that you're wrong when you're wrong and you're always right, there's something not right about that. You expect people to acknowledge you when you do things good and everything. You want that praise. You want that acknowledgement. But when you want to always be right. But when you do things wrong, you don't want to accept the criticism. You don't want to accept, the fact that you are not wrong. You understand? And that's not being grown up. That's not being a man. That's not accepting responsibility. Here you are, a leader. Leaders accept responsibility. Part of being a leader and accepting your responsibility is being able to accept constructive criticism. You dig? What I mean by accepting constructive criticism is simple. Whenever someone confronts you about something, here you are late, you understand me? You call them and you make an appointment. And then you don't show up, you be late, and you don't even show up, not let alone be late. You know what I'm saying? And then an hour later, close to an hour later, they call you and you're telling them you're on your way. But you got to brush your teeth, you got to get dressed. You're talking about more time added to the time that was set, like as if they don't have nothing to do. You didn't call and apologize. You didn't call and say, I'm sorry, I'll be late. You didn't do none of those things. You know what I mean? And then months later, weeks later, you understand me, when the person confronts you about, because I had to go over there and handle that business that was supposed to be done an hour ago, I had to do that. So it cost me my day and my time. You're not considering my consideration and my feelings toward what I'm doing, so therefore I had to roast you about it and check you on it because you never did apologize or you never said anything. Then when I confronted you about it and you still refused to apologize, that lets me know that you either have hate for me, particularly because I know you can't go through life not apologizing and doing other people like that. See, some people have various people that they feel a certain way about. You know what I mean? And it's a hate move when they do that. When they don't apologize to certain people, it's a hate move. They're doing it because they don't, they want to act like they're better than you, but really they're inferior to you. And they feel that. So they come at you with the bully tactic, talking rough, getting upset, and, not looking at things reasonable and rationally. Here this other person smarter than you and sharper than you and got more business sense than you. Acknowledge that and give them credit for that. Give them praise and acknowledgement. You understand? Give praise and acknowledgement where it's due. When you don't do none of those things, all you do is talk negative and do things deliberately, and then you want people to praise you and acknowledge you for what you do. But that doesn't work. It's like, why would you not praise these people that are knowledgeable and greater? You're a grown man. You're in your 60s. You know better. You're doing this intentionally. You're scared. You're apprehensive to apologize, as well as other things along that line, because you have to face who you really are. See, you don't want to be faced who you really are because you're little, your image, your self-esteem is little. It's not, you don't have a strong self-image of yourself. So by you not having a strong self-image of yourself, you deny any criticism, you deny any of that, you get mad and get on the defense. You get on the defense about things. You're not the only one. There's other people I know that do the same thing. And that's why I know it's a category with these people. They have low self-esteem, their image is small, they don't have confidence, and they're not happy in life. You know, they're not happy. They feel, they're in a category to where they do wrong and they don't apologize for things they do. You know, you could go to them and they won't explain to you why they're mad at you. You know, there's 5 or 6 people I know right now today that were type friends with, and I'm not friends with them anymore. They didn't confront me and say, you did this, you did that, I didn't like what you did. If they did, I would apologize. I'm not the one that's scared to apologize. I admit when I'm wrong. But let me know when I'm wrong. If I do something you think is wrong, I'll bring it to your attention. You know, like the girl that I was on the phone, and she called me at 7 o'clock at night and expect me to open the ear to her because she might give me money and help me a little bit. She think I'm going to go out my way and do what's wrong. No, I got principles. You understand me? And I live by my principles, and I do what's right. If you thought that was wrong, you should have talked to me the next day. You just stopped talking to me completely. After I was on the phone going out to eat with another girl, right? And the cold part about it is, when that girl that I was with, going out to eat with, we're not talking or speaking. See? And this is the situation. Confront me and talk to me. Neither one of them talked to me. She didn't talk to me. No more. After that day, and I didn't do anything. But all I did was say, I'm busy. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Cut her short on what she was trying to say. Whatever it was, it could have waited till tomorrow. Because I listened for 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Right? And this girl was getting irritable. So then the next day, she don't talk to me no more. There's months later, me and the girl that I was with, we went to L.A., and we did all this. We come back. All of a sudden, she's feeling bad. She don't want to talk to me. You know what I mean? It's not nothing I did. You understand me? Even if it was a fact that I was a player and I didn't tell her because it never came up, or whatever that situation was, you talk about it. You bring it to my attention and talk about it. You don't just cut somebody off and go the other direction. You know, that's not logical. That's not reasonable. That means you didn't care in the first place. And if you're scared, you were scared. You didn't apologize, and I would apologize if you would have told me what I did wrong. But you don't tell me what I do wrong, you just run. So it's like this. Why do people just run from situations instead of talk things out? Real people that care and trying to work something out, talk about it. When they don't talk about it, that means however they feel, it's not necessary. It's not necessary for me to go no further in a relationship until they apologize and come right. When they don't apologize and come right, then I don't care. I don't care if I ever see or talk to them again. You know, it never will be resolved, never will work out, because you never acknowledge the fact that you were wrong. When I know you were wrong, because I would admit, if I'm wrong, I would admit and I would apologize. And I always do. Same with this other girl that just went out. I think I said something about, she's a dark-skinned woman. I said something about having babies with a light-skinned man. You have pretty kids. Okay, if you felt I was wrong, just tell me about it, and let's work it out. Because you feel different about it. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm saying that because I'm light. So I might have been wrong. But the point of it is, you don't stop seeing someone, or you don't, you work it out, you talk about it. When you don't, and I would apologize. Give me the chance to apologize if I'm wrong. When these people don't do that, it's not like they're wrong. They feel bad, and they feel inadequate about the situation. So they run from the cause. They don't want to hear my side because evidently they believe I'm right, but they don't want to be wrong, so they run. That's all I can see, because I'm willing to work things out. I got a solid self-esteem. I got a solid image, and I'm ready to talk things out. When I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong. I will admit I'm wrong, and I will apologize in a minute. because I'm growing and I'm steady learning. And the only way you're going to grow is to keep continuously dealing with these people. When they tell you things, you talk it over, and you come to a conclusion, understand it. You don't run from the confrontation. You don't run from the conversation. You know, you talk it out. You work things out. That's the only way you're going to grow and let things, be understandable, as you work things out. You understand? You work things out. And by doing that, you be a strong image. You're a strong image. You understand? And you grow behind the experience with different people. Then if you can't handle them and they keep having, like they got mental problems and they stuck and got issues, then you back away gracefully, but you have an understanding. And you handle them with a long handled spoon. At least you can say hi, goodbye, and keep it at a distance. You know where to go with them. But you don't have to cut the strings completely off, because then it's like animosity, and you're reluctant to be around them and socialize with them. You don't have to cut them off. When you cut them off, it's like they don't want to see things no other way. And you got people like that, because on Fast Black TV, the show we do, people call in, they want to see their side of the story. They don't want to understand when I explain something to them. And when they're wrong, I try to explain, I'm an older person, right? If I'm an older person, you're younger than me, and you insult me and cut me up and talk about me, you know what I mean, and I'm right. Then if I'm not right, I'm the older person, my point of view means something, I've been around longer than you, then you give me my respect, and you disrespect me. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? You disrespect me, then I got to cut you loose. And your apology, you don't apologize for being disrespectful, then I got to cut you loose and just let it go. But I'm all right with it, because I know I was not wrong. So I don't apologize for your misbehavior. You know what I'm saying? You being hypocritical, you're not practicing what you preach. We talk about certain things. Like there was an incident in Vegas, and the guy insulted me, tried to charge me to go to a party that my friend said I can come in, and it's his party. A bunch of stuff that wasn't right, but it was straight hate on your part. When you hated on me and the man that came to see him, and we came thousands, hundreds of miles to come see him. It just wasn't right, but you got a personal problem, which is okay. You understand me? But you think I'm going to accept you disrespecting me, you got another thing coming. I'm 10 years older than you. Been around longer than you. And I respect I'm an elder, so I'm supposed to be respected. So if you ever talk to me again, it's all right, because you're not coming to me right and you're not apologizing for it. So I never have nothing to say to you again. But I'm right by the principles of what's right and what's wrong. And I'm sticking to the principles, because I'm by principle. It's not about money with me. So if I'm disrespected, I'm going to check you on it and leave you alone. You understand? If I'm wrong, I'm going to apologize. You understand? But don't talk to me no more if I do something or offend you, because I'm doing it not intentionally. I don't have no hate in my heart. I don't have no disrespect for no one. You understand? I apologize all the time to people. And it don't make no difference if they're a bum in the street and they're drunk, or if they're high in a suite and they're in the mayor's office. I treat people all the same. I respect them as long as they respect me, But most people that's in their disease or have mental problems or feel inadequate for some reason, they have low self-esteem, their self-image is not in order. They have these issues. They don't want to acknowledge someone that's giving them it to them straight up and uncut. You know what I mean? So they run from it. That's the reason why these people I'm telling you about run from reality, because they don't want to confront the issues. Because they constantly want to be better than me. How are you going to speak and say you're better than me when your peers and other people judge you and rate you on what you are and what you do? You have personal problems amongst yourself. That's okay. I don't mind it, because I don't need to be around you. You can stay away from me and get yourself together, because you have the problem, not me. Those people that are doing good, that have got support groups. They go to church. These are beautiful things. You're on the right path when you go to church and you do these things. But these people I'm speaking on don't go to church. They sit back and hate on different people in different groups on the internet. You know what I mean? And hate on certain people and stuff and have opinions of them, think they specialize in doing certain things. No. You have to look at yourself and get yourself together. Before you can judge anyone else, you have to have yourself together. You know? You have to look at this things realistically. You know, if you're doing certain things, you dig, and you're doing it in a respectful way, then you get your props, and people will praise you and understand and give you, what you need. But when you got self-hate for somebody, like it's a man younger than you, and you're going to hate and talk about him and duck him, and get mad because I got a beautiful relationship with him as a mentor, and he's a good dude, right? You got to be a positive influence on younger people. People be jealous because I'm 20 years older than this man that's changed his life. He turned his life around. You know what I mean? He was into pimping and all that type of stuff, and I got him into doing movies and doing positive things. That's what an older gentleman mentor is supposed to do. If you're doing positive things, you feel good about yourself because you're doing the best you can do in life and making a positive influence, things are going to go for you in life. The Lord God up there is going to help you and bless you, and everything is going well for you, and you feel good about everything. You wake up happy every day in a positive way. That's the way things are supposed to be. You know what I mean? You're doing things along the line that's right. And you feel good, and you don't mind apologizing or being humble, you know what I mean? And trying to get along with people, because nobody's perfect, and we understand that. But I realize one thing, that apologizing for things that you do when you do wrong means you got your stuff together, and you realize that for you to apologize to the person, you let them know you were wrong when you are wrong. When you don't apologize, it's that you're not admitting to this man because you feel that if you apologize to him, that he's better than you. But no, it's not like that. It's that when you're wrong, you admit you're wrong, you feel better and you grow from that mistake. Because if you don't admit that you made a mistake, you're not growing from it, and you're steady thinking you're better than someone, then really you're inferior. You're the opposite of that. You're inferior to them because in your heart, you don't really believe that you're better than them, or you don't believe that you're on equal terms. And you're supposed to be equal to those people. Or if they're better than you, or they're smarter than you in that one area, or whatever you did to make that mistake, when you acknowledge that you made a mistake, you wasn't punctual, you were late, or whatever the thing you did, you acknowledge it, and then you won't do it again. When you acknowledge that you did it, you understand, when you were wrong, that prepares you not to do it again. In your mind and in your heart, you're preparing yourself not to make that same error again. When you acknowledge that you did it, when you apologize, you're acknowledging to yourself as well as to the person that you apologize to. So it's good to apologize for your own good. You understand? As well as to other people. You get a certain comfort and satisfaction and acknowledgement that I was wrong. That's why when you go to church and you build yourself around God, that they always apologize. You always humble and forgive yourself. When you don't do that, it's even if you're in AA or whatever you're doing, if you're in recovery, you humble yourself up and apologize. These are steps that you do, as far as being a good person. When you don't apologize, it's like you're missing something. You need therapy when you're not able to do that. And these people that I'm talking about, it's 5 or 6 of them. And I noticed that the track record with them is that they don't get along with certain people. And when you notice and you talk with them, they don't have no friends. Everybody don't like them. They say everybody don't like them, but it's whoever they're close to don't get along with them. They don't have no friends, and it's all because their attitude. They have the attitude that people don't gravitate to them. I'm the kind of person, I got a lot of friends. Everybody likes me because I listen to them. I don't speak bitter or ill of them. You know, I got friends I fell out with and come back, but because those people were really serious and were really religious and believed in forgiveness, which goes a long way. You have to have that forgiveness to heal, because if you don't forgive, say if you continuously be with this person and try to be their friend, but you never healed the wounds that were being built up, then it gets further and further. You can cover it up and act like, you know, when you cover it up like that, it's like you still have ill feelings to that person. But you cover it up, and the next day you're smiling in their face and acting like you're their friend and all that. But all the time they're feeling, he don't mean that. You understand? We know you don't mean it. Those people that do that don't mean it, because they never apologize. They never showed us sincereness on their actions. So whatever you do after that, when the person brings it to your attention and tells you that you never apologized for it, which is what I do, and they still walk over that and don't say nothing, but then they try to get along with you, it ain't never going to be right. The relationship is never the same, because you're never acknowledging it. And when they brought it to you and you still didn't apologize, then that lets me know that you really don't care about me, because you're not considering my feelings. You know? So it's all right, because I know I did my part. I told you to apologize. I brought it to your attention. And I told you, when you told me about what I did, I said, well, look, I apologize, and you didn't even tell me what it was. But I'm sorry if I did it. I'm apologizing for something that I don't even know about. But that's how you do it. When you care about someone and you're trying to get along with them, you apologize. You don't be scared to apologize. You apologize because you know it is a thing to do, because you can start over and the relationship can be mended. But when you don't do that, it's not going to be mended. The relationship will not be sincere, because you have to work things out. That's like with a relationship. If you're in a relationship with a woman and you guys are together and you do something wrong or she does something wrong, you guys have to apologize and admit that. You understand? If you went to counseling, that's the first thing the counselor would tell you. You guys have to be sorry and go from there. Whatever you did, if he cheated, or if you cheated, or if you did something, or you stole some money, or you apologize. You acknowledge that you did it. Then you apologize for it. You understand? Then you can go forward. If you don't apologize and work that situation out, you can never go forward in a relationship, because it's always there. It hasn't been resolved. You understand? If someone comes to you and they apologize and they still getting drunk and they still doing certain things and they threaten you or whatever it may be, you know, say for instance they did that and then they never apologize. They say, you know how I am when I get high? That's not an apology. You know, you sincerely come to them with an apology. Man, I'm sorry, man. Boom, boom, boom. I didn't mean to do that. You know, I respect you. You know, I love you or whatever. You understand? That's a sincere apology. Any other apology, making an excuse, you know how I am, and no, that's not an apology. You understand? That's a way out for you to not feel as guilty as you were, knowing you was wrong. But you didn't apologize. You said, you know how I am when I get drunk. No, that's not an apology when you say something like that. Or you know how I do this or whatever. Or you know my circumstances. That's not an apology. And all these people make excuses. They need help. They need therapy. They need some clarification. See, I've been to therapy. I've been to all that. I read a lot of self-help books. I've been through a lot of programs. That's what I did when I went to jail, when I went to the joint. See, I went and got help. You understand? I went to self-help programs. I went to situations where I understood, you know, the way you should do to feel good about yourself. See, all that matters to me is getting help for myself. And when I got help for myself and knew where I was going and know where I was coming from, then I knew I didn't have to worry. You understand? I wasn't going to have to worry about, you know, what somebody else thought of me. You know, because I went all through everything I could do when I was incarcerated to get help. That's why when I got out, I didn't drink for 10 years. I did what I was supposed to do. The only mistake I made was I was running with the wrong people. Because when you're trying to make money and you're in the game, like I was in the game, right? I didn't square up. If I would have squared up, I probably would have never fell. At that time when I fell, when I had the 10 years in. Because I had the 10 years in the game. I still was in the game. I never left the game. Then when I got that, after that, I knew I had to do better. And I still was running with the same people. After that, I still was running with some of the same people. But I have a different aspect on life. I put them in a category. I never got close to them. I put them in a category. I did business with them and kept it business and got away and stayed clean and sober, you understand? Because I know the people I really was, my real friends that I was really close to, were clean and sober as well. And I stayed around them so I can grow and learn and be humble, you understand? And by me being like that, I did that for my own good because those other people that are in the disease, drinking, smoking, and doing what they're doing, stinking, thinking, they still have not acknowledged the fact of learning how to apologize. You understand? Because they haven't got themselves together. They need beatings. If you're not, if you're not an alcoholic, you might have a problem in your self-esteem. You might have a problem in stress. You might have a problem in management, and in what they call anger management. You need anger management. Like this one guy I know that blows off on people. He needs anger management. He refused to get help. See, when you have a problem with everybody and issues with people, you need anger management. You need to realize where you need help at and go get help. Because when you have a problem with everyone that you deal with, then it's not them, it's you. You need to take a look at yourself. You understand? When you have a problem and it's more than one person, and every friend you get and everybody you know don't like you and they turn against you, and you constantly pointing the finger at them, you need to look at yourself and go get some help. Anger management, or whatever the problem. If you have a problem with alcohol, drugs, then you need to go to NA, AA. But the principles will help you because all the principles of each of these groups are positive, and they will help you find your solution to your problem because it's not them, it's you. And this is what you have to understand. I'm not perfect, but I went and got help, and I get help. I constantly seek help and advice. I listen to people that are doing what's right. You understand me? Because that's why I grow, and I'm steady growing. I'm trying to be better and better in each and every way, in each and every day. I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday. And this is what I do. That's why when I come on the talk show and I talk to people, this is therapy to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I speak on these subjects, to help you as well as to help me, that's why I speak on them. Because I know that, you know what I mean, I will apologize for anything I do, but give me the opportunity to do so. And if I'm not wrong and you're wrong, then I still would apologize. I'll apologize for you. And then we can talk it out and work it out. But if you can't seem to get understanding, then you need to get some help and get a better point of view. Because if you always see things your way and you don't see things the right way, then there's something wrong with you. It's not something wrong with the other person. Because if they're humble enough and ready to accept and apologize for what they did or for what you did, then you need to understand and consider that you're not always right, that sometimes you have to be wrong. But when you don't accept other point of views and you constantly think you know it all and you make mistakes and don't believe in people and always want to put them down and think you're better than them and not giving them credit for what they're doing and what they're about, then you need to tighten your game up. And the only way you're going to do that is get some anger management. Go to some professional people. You can go do this. These groups and these places don't cost money. All you got to do is spend time to go do that. But the first thing you have to do is be willing to realize that you're wrong. You have to admit that you are wrong. That's the first thing you have to do. If you can't admit that you are wrong and admit that you need help, you will never get help. That's the first thing you have to do. When you're an alcoholic, when you're when you got a temper, you know, when you're an abuser, when you do all these things to intimidate people, make them feel bad, and you always want to think you're better, but then you're not, and somebody stands up to you, and you get mad and want to jump on them and have a fit, you need anger management. You need anger management because you're not right. You're not rap tight. You understand me? But I'll apologize for you and all the rest of you that want to have a temper and want to get mad at me. I apologize because I know I got my shit together. That's why I can look good, feel good, be good, keep money, and stay happy. I'm happy. I ain't mad at nobody. You understand me? I love God. You understand me? I'm blessed and I'm thankful. You understand me? And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because it works and I know I'm right, you know. And I'm not mad at no one for what I'm doing. You understand me? And I don't want you to be mad at me. I want you to be happy. Because if you're sad, if you're lonely, if you don't have you don't get along with people, then I think you better work that out. You know what I'm saying? When you go to church, talk to the preachers, or the people there, you know what I mean? And they would talk to you. Because if you believe in God and you're truly living by the book, you understand me? Then you should not be lonely, you not feel bad. Because you should be thankful that you have your health. Be grateful and thankful for the position that you're in. And if you do that, you will be happy and count your blessings. Because you are never loneliness and feeling bad is a state of mind. It don't take someone else to make you happy. It makes you feel good about yourself. If you got up today, you should be, that's a blessing right there. Be thankful for your blessings. If you got up this morning, you understand me? If you feel good, if you're able to come and do a show, if you're able to talk and feel good, you understand me? Work things out. You're thankful and you're blessed. Feel good about the good that you have and be thankful. Don't feel bad about nothing. People don't make you. If you by yourself, be thankful that you're by yourself. Be by yourself and be happy by yourself. You could be with somebody, these people getting out of prison, doing bad, that's abusing and not right, drug addicts, drinkers, people like that. Be by yourself and be happy to be by yourself. Wait on the right person. Wait on a good person to be your friend or your mate. You don't need to be with someone. Be lonely and be by yourself, but be happy by yourself with yourself. Don't be happy and be miserable because you don't have someone. You're by yourself and then call yourself lonely. No, be happy that you're by yourself and you got a roof over your head. Count your blessings. And when you count your blessings and you're by yourself, you will be by yourself and you'll be happy and you'll smile. And be thankful that you're by yourself and you're happy by yourself because you can be with people and they will make you miserable because they feel bad because they're not happy. And that's the reason why I'm happy because I'm by myself, but I'm with people and I have friends that understand me. You understand? And at this point right now, I do have a woman. You understand me? And I will be with her on Valentine's. We'll go out. And it's a long story, but I'm happy because I said to myself this year was going to be my year. I was going to have me a woman. I was going to be right, and all was going to work out because I let that other stuff go. And all that they did and what happened, it's behind me now. I'm going somewhere and I'm doing something. And I got a woman that likes to do the things I do. She dresses, she looks good, and we got a lot of things in common. See? And we got love for each other. And you know what I mean? And everything works out from the grace of God. And the Lord blesses me, and I'm blessed, and I'm thankful. And that's why I'm happy. And I'm not scared to apologize. I am not scared to apologize for anything I do. You understand? And I will apologize for anything that I've done and anything that I do in the future as well. Because I'm thankful and I'm grateful for everything that I do and everything I say. And I want to let you people know, you understand me. This happened to be International Red Fashion Experience. And I had a show last night that we did at the Peacock Lounge, and it was a success. And like I said, I'm thankful and I'm grateful, and I'm loving life, and I'm living the best I can live, and I'm being the best me I can be, and I'm loving everything. You understand, being happy. And thank you very much. This is the Fast Black Experience. This is the International Red Experience. Fast Black TV will be coming to you live and living. You understand me? And we would do Fast Black TV every day. We're doing one show now. I'm staying active and I'm staying attractive and I'm doing what I do. And I'm loving life and I'm being the best me I can be. And that's all I can say, you understand? And thank you very much. And I will see you next time on International Red Fashion Experience. Later, over and out.